Ladies and gentlemen, we are done. What is up, Flock? Feenix here. Welcome back to another Farming Sim FS 901 Glen Beach, McCormick County, Poe update video. I swore I wasn't going to do another one of these so soon. I was like, I'm not going to have it done. I'm going to skip a few weeks and then, we'll do the grand reveal. But Poe's done, or not Poe's done. Glen Beach is done after how many months of working on this? It's finally done. Matter of fact, before the last video went out, where I was like, I'm not gonna do any more of these until Glen Beach is done, I had all but one vehicle done. So, with the exception of the command, as you will see, there are no vehicles currently out of the garage. It's because they've all been backed in and completed, with the exception of this, and I left that out for scale size. These here are all for scaling. So let's get into it. So we have command was not anywhere near being complete at the last time I recorded. It wasn't even started. But as you can see here, we do have the 3 stages of lighting. Why does flash purple to begin? I don't know. Anyway, but we do have the 3 stages of lighting here. Looks really good. This one is different than the others because this one is flat top. It does have the interior light bar, and it's painted black compared to the other ones being blue and black, as you can see here. But it does have the same lighting pattern, so you can do this on this one, then you hop over here and you do the same, and it looks like they're flashing in sync. How sick is that, dude? Oh, I love it. Jesse, that's all credit to Jesse. I stole it off his truck that was supposed to be in this pack. But yeah, there you go. There's command. It does have all the lights. It does have the tags. It does say, yeah. We do have, like I said, all the lights. She's good to go. So there you go. Command, or car 1, not command 3. Car 1 is done. Next up, we do have the ambulance. I believe it's done. I should double check before again. I thought the only thing I had left was the brush. Something tells me I did do the lights on this. Oh boy, howdy. Let's pull it out. And we have our emergency lights. Check that out. Ah, I love it. I love that this pack's done. We do have our scene lights. I don't have backlights. I think one of those. Oh well. I think one of those is supposed to be backlights. Maybe I do. Yeah. Okay. So I'll pull this out and the. Maybe the 2 on either side of the traffic bar. I'll make the scene lights. What's going on here? Okay, yeah, I'm not liking this. The more I look at it, yeah, we'll redo that. By the time this video goes live, though, this will be all for testing. We've checked all of these out prior. They've all been done. Rescue, hazmat, brush 41.2 is done as well. This was the last one. This is one we were waiting on because I couldn't figure out why the rotators weren't rotating. And then Lurch, being the MVP that he is like, you probably forgot to put the specialization in. 100% that's what I did. I didn't put the specialization in. So here we have brush 41.2. And she has all the lights, I believe. Yep. Oh, tank's empty. Whoops. I even slowed. That's still kind of fast, but I even slowed the rotation down for the ELS, and that's what we got. Was that my phone vibrating? I don't see it. So, does this have a collision? No. I guess I could. I'm not too worried about it. I guess I could put a collision on there, but anyway. There is brush 41.2. It does have all the lights, verse lights. I didn't do turn signals. Okay, I gotta fix turn. Let me get a... If I get my notepad out here. Let me get a list going. So, ambulance, 414, back lights, scene, back scene lights, and then brush 41.2, turn rear, and collision on deck, question mark. We'll look into that. But anyway, there's brush 41.2. What's over here? Dives already done. Utility has been scaled up. That was actually the first thing I got done. So we'll check this out here. We do have all the lights on it. Has all lights. Luckily, I got away with it by scaling up the cab and not the bed. So just for perspective on what this looks like, put this here. I'll back this one up here. What's this? Okay. So it's not as big as it was, but it is... Wait a minute. Why do these look like they're the same size? Did I buy two of the same ones? Something tells me I bought two of the same ones. I did buy two of the same ones. So wait, where's the other one at? I'm thoroughly confused. Okay, so that is... I'm so confused right now. I'm thoroughly confused. They look like they're the same size, but they're not. Maybe I zipped it. I don't know. Anyway, the one with the this one is supposed to be a properly scaled one. It does have the working arrow board, so you guys can see. It does work with the lights. It is foldable. So this is a little neat addition I love to it, but it does look, it looks a lot better, at least scaled to this than what it did. So I don't know what I did wrong, but there you go. I don't know. Those are the only four we had to do, right? Brush, utility, command, ambulance. So there you go. They're all done. So all this will be packed up later today. I'm going to go fix those two things that are going to bug me. And then I ship it off to testing. And then once it gets through testing, I don't know how long. It usually takes a couple weeks for everyone to get back to me, and they'll be released, and I'll make a video on that. So that is the Glen Beach side of things. We are completely done with that, so we'll never see this department again. Let's move on over to Poe and what's been going on over there. All right, so now we're over here at Poe Volunteer Fire Company, Station 62, and not much you see here has changed. I don't think I've worked on any of this, to be 100% honest with you. Simply because I've been focusing on storyline progress, I guess. So you guys know Wagon 62, which is the Arrow XT, and Engine 62, which is the Enforcer, are done, and Engine 62-2, which is the old Lance, is done. They're all complete. Now everything here is going to be completed, with the exception of this one. It depends on how the vote goes, and we'll get to that in a minute. But these two are going to get replaced in the storyline. I have the whole lore storyline worked up. Since these are so old compared to the rest of the fleet, these are going to get replaced, and I already know what's replacing them. So one of them is already done, actually. And the Tahoe, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the whole thing red. I'm not liking the red roof on this one, and a lot of the departments that I've seen that have the red over white with the red roofs usually go with an all red command vehicle. So I think we're going to do an all red command vehicle instead of doing the red and white on top. Just paint it all red and have some graphics down the side. So that's where I'm going with that. But anyway, let's move over to what is for sure being replaced. Don't worry, these two will still be finished. They will be part of the pack. They're just going to be retired. So it'd be retired 62-2 and retired Tanker 42, and then the rest of them will be current lineup. So in the storyline, so I can't remember the years on these. I believe the engine is going to be the newest, because I think we're going to do. I'm pretty sure we're going to do it. It really depends on the vote. So this is going to be one of three options you guys have, which would be just the Enforcer cab with the bed from, which actually it could be one of four options. We'll see. But I lost track. If this one does get replaced, it won't be. This is in the current state of things. This is the newest one, but if it doesn't win the vote, then this will be moved up to the newest one, and this will be a little bit of an older rig. But the plan was to upgrade the tanker, and with the current prices and wait time for a new Pierce unit being so long and the price being so high, that they decided to look into purchasing a used truck. And while searching, they found another truck that would fit the lineup perfectly to replace 62-2. So that's the storyline. They bought both apparatus at the same time. With the money that they saved from buying a new tanker, they decided to buy two trucks, refurbish them, and put them in service. So that is the storyline. So these two will be replaced, but they will still be in the pack. They'll just be marked as retired. So yeah, let's get over to what's going to be replacing them. And that is, we have a Pierce Saber, which is, I think this is done. I think I finished it. I have to double check, but I think it's done already. And then we have a Pierce Lance 2000 tanker. So these two would be the two that will for sure being put in the pack. Like I said, this one's all but done. I believe it's done, because I had. Ooh, there's a collision there. What is that collision? Is that just the traffic collision? Maybe I gotta move that back. That is wicked out there. Anyway, so the this is the I don't know what this is off of, to be 100% honest with you. I shrunk down the cab. I can tell you that much. The cab was longer. It might even be the same cab that's on the it might even be this cab that's on the wagon. I don't know. I don't remember what it was off of. But so yeah, I took a Aero XT cab off something. I don't remember what it was. And I was like, I can change that into a Saber. So Saber logos, thanks to Peyton, he worked those up for me. I slapped them on the side. I did shrink this down. This cab was longer. I shrunk it down to be shorter. Like the truck I was using it as inspiration. I modified Peyton's Contender grill a little bit because it has the truck I'm working with has that little, like, where it tapers in at the bottom. So I wanted that. And the only one I saw with it was the Contender, so I just went in the blender and took the triangle off and the Contender off, and boom, there you go. And then I think the lights are off whatever the original truck was. I don't. I might have to check the alpha for that. I don't know why that's appearing and disappearing. So yeah, that the bed and pump are both off of Cody's Tidewater, I believe, pack. I just swapped the cab out, slapped that on there. So I really like how it turned out. Looks good. It fits this department perfectly. The short bed and the cab being so close to what the Aero XT looks like, it fits this department perfectly, and I had to do it. The only problem is it's taller than the Lance, so I don't think we're going to be able to put it in there, unfortunately. I don't know. Next up is the Lance 2000 tanker, which is the tanker cab off of Peyton's independent pack. And then the bed is his is it Fairfax foam or is it DC foam? One of the two that he did. I took all the stuff off of it and slapped the pump on it with the with this cab. I like the way that looks. This one's heavily inspired by, this was inspired by one that I found like on a used website. This one, however, is inspired by is it Herlock or Hebron? Hebron, I think. I think there's their tank. That's inspired this one. So that's what I'm aiming for. That's why it's painted this color. The original idea for this one was Middletowns, but it's a little old, so I figured we'd find a newer one, which is like a 2001, and then this is, I believe it's like a 2007. So that's in the storyline. But yeah, so I can't wait to see how this one turns out. This is further along. It's painted up and everything. I just haven't zipped it and put it in because it's not enough for me to warrant that. But she'll be done probably next time I record a video. Now let's move on to the things you guys get to vote on. So first off, being the rescue, or the rescue engine. So we have technically 4 options on the table right now. So we have option number 1, which is the Enforcer that's over there, which I don't hate. I don't hate the way it looks. It's just we have, I think, Deputy's doing one, and Peyton's already put one out. Peyton, it's close to one that Peyton put out. It's the same bed and the cab, but the cab's a little bit different. So I don't want to do something so close. So I have 4 options on the table. So first off, let's just open this up so we can get in here. So first off, we have, this is option 1. Like I said, this is pretty much the same as Peyton's. It's just scaled up, and I think he has a window there, whereas I had the cabinet. So it's not identical, but it's really close. So that's option 1. Option 2 would be this Pierce Aero cab with the bed from the Mason bed pack, which I don't hate. The bed is a little bit taller than the cab, which bugs me slightly, but not too much. These are quick for, I just put these together and put them in. So the things about these will change. The wheels will change. Of course, the paint job will change. The pump will more than likely be changed. So this is not by any means anywhere close to being the final product. This is just the bed and cab. Which bed and cab do you want together? Would you want the Aero XT with this bed? The other option would be the Aero XT with this bed, which I also don't hate the idea of. That's what I thought about after we start talking. So that's an option. I'll work that up, and I'll screenshot all of these and put them in a poll over on the community tab for you guys to go vote on. And then the fourth option, which would be the puck option, will be the shorter puck that's on well, I can't remember what the original one is. It's from Deputy's Norton truck. The one I pulled it off of with the Aero XT cab. So you got 4 options. Like I said, they'll be in the community tab. I'd love to hear your feedback as well in the comments. Let me know what you think, and we'll go from there. But those are the 4 options for that. And then in the storyline, don't worry, 62 truck is still going to come out. This is still going to come out like it is. But it's, what year was that? Was it 2007, 2008? I don't remember. But in my head, that's time for a replacement. I don't know. So I was considering 2 options. We have this option here, which is inspired by Henry, post that Henry made in Jesse's Discord. I was working on this. Don't. That's not how it's gonna stay. Don't worry. But this is option A, which I'm meh. It's okay, but it's not my favorite. And then we have option B, which will be the Miranda Hills truck instead of a raised roof like it was in the actual. Let's see if we can. And the actual truck is a raised roof. I put a flat top on it, and it's not going to be a tower. It will be a ladder, a stick. I really like that look. I saw one on Pierce's recent deliveries page. So this is the one I'm leaning towards. I'd love to have your feedback. But I think this might be the go. Again, I have to cut this all out. This is not anywhere close to being done. It's just a quick workup. So love to hear your guys' feedback on what you think. Like I said, this one is going to be up to vote probably later when this video goes live. I'll have them all sandwiched, and I'll take a screenshot and post all 3. Not only will I post on the community tab, I'll post in the TLO Discord and see what, because I'll probably get more feedback there on which one to do. So yeah, anyway, and then this one will come later. I don't know if I'll put this one to vote, because I'm really leaning towards this one. I love the way this looks, but we shall see. Anyway, that will do it for me for today, guys. That is your current update on Glen Beach /Poe. If you guys did enjoy today's video, do me a huge favor, leave a like down below. It does help me out so very much, and I do appreciate it so very much. If you guys do want to see future Farming Simulator 20 Farming Sim 17 FS911 videos, be sure to click that subscribe button. If you guys want to be notified whenever I do go live or upload a video, click that notification bell. As always, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.